So we had some pretty big movers after market hours today. What's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions here with a super quick recap on Google, AMD, Reddit, and Snapchat. All these companies reported earnings today after the market closed, and this is what we know so far. So overall NASDAQ market is also nearly at all-time highs. We're currently after market hours trading at 501.48. Previous all-time highs for QQQ is 503.52. So incredibly bullish, and it looks like a really solid setup for big tech to continue to report earnings. Tomorrow, it's Microsoft, Meta, and Coinbase that are going to be reporting earnings after the market closes on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, Amazon, Apple, and Intel will be reporting after the market closes. So the first one that I want to talk about is Google. So Google reported earnings after the market closed, exceeding expectation. It reacted in a positive way, and we'll see if this momentum continues into tomorrow. You guys can see that the initial climb was bullish. It retraced a little bit. We actually went live for this earning report. So if you guys want to see how the market reacted in real time, feel free to watch today's live stream. With that being said, it did continue to indicate signs of higher lows and higher highs, making new highs of 180.99, which if you look at the 4-hour time frame, it's a nice little recovery as Google has kind of been struggling for the past, 2 months. It's been a little stagnant, right? So on the 1-minute time frame, looks incredibly bullish. We'll see how the market continues to trade tomorrow. For those that do not know, the really big focus for Alphabet, which is Google's mother company, was its cloud-based revenue and its search engine revenue, which both came in actually better than what was expected. So it says Alphabet stock soars after earnings crush and estimates on strong cloud growth. That was a really big focus for Google this time around, right? They wanted to make sure that their investment into AI, cloud-based servers, and also their search engine optimization and how they produce revenue was producing well, that they weren't giving up that marketplace. Google has pretty much owned the search engine marketplace for the last 2 decades. And with AI coming into play and really big companies pouring billions of dollars, we wanted to make sure that, again, Google was still on top and not sharing or seeing any decline when it came down to revenue and guidance. And both came in better than what was expected. The one that came in a little bit odd was AMD. AMD reported earnings today, and it was one of the bigger ones that sold off today. AMD went from highs of, 169 to lows of 152.82. Doesn't really surprise me. I feel like AMD is always kind of a curveball. Maybe it's just me, but with like NVIDIA and the way that it's performing, AMD does not keep up with NVIDIA, to say the least, right? A lot of consolidation, and this doesn't really surprise me. A nice little retracement back to lows of 150, and we'll see if we can even get to lower lows of 133. So why did it sell off if it actually exceeded expectation? For those that do not know, the earnings per share and the revenue came in as expected. This is what it says. AMD reports its financial third quarter estimate on Tuesday, meeting expectation on earnings per share and beating on revenue. But Wall Street was not too keen on the company's Q4 outlook. Guidance. How many times have I said this? Earning reports are important, but investors want to see what's going to happen in the future. All they're focused on is not just what has already happened in its past, but are we going to see continuous signs of growth? You have to think about it. The markets are nearly at all-time highs. So if there's any indication of a slowdown and lower than expected guidance, then again, you cannot be surprised that the markets could possibly fall. And it was because of their Q4 outlook when it came down to revenue. They said that it was going to come in between 7.2 billion to 7.8 billion. Seems pretty fair, right? Wall Street was looking for 7.55. I mean, that's kind of what they said without actually saying it. Nonetheless, Wall Street wants what Wall Street wants, and if they don't get it, it reacts. And that's exactly what we saw, right? A nice little retracement. Could it be an overreaction on the sell-off? Possibly. I do not know. I can't predict the future, right? I'm just here to reflect. This is what was reported. This is why Wall Street wasn't happy, and this is how they reacted. So the other one that I want to talk about is Snapchat. Snapchat also did react in a positive way, exceeding expectation, up 10% on the day after market hours. And if you guys could see, Snapchat is an absolute curveball. This is not one that I personally like to trade myself. It's a little bit too volatile, and it's, with a very aggressive sell-off, it looks like it's kind of just been struggling recently. And because of that, I choose to stay away from it. So nice. Yeah, it gapped up 10%. I don't really think it tends to hold up there. Anytime that it rallies, it's only a matter of time for it to correct itself and come crashing down. So because of that, I do not care about it. But the big one that I want to talk about is Reddit. This is the one that just hit an absolute grand slam. Reddit has actually been performing quite decently, right? From its IPO price to hitting lows of $37, it rallied, it pulled back, it rallies, and then as of right now, it's trading at $102 per share. So it's off of a really strong rally. It might be a little overbought. The RSI is nearly at 90. MACD is extremely overextended. Price action, again, it's nearly a 25% move, 24.81% move after market hours. We'll see if that momentum continues tomorrow, but it's Reddit. So it really doesn't surprise me if there's any group of people that can inflate the price of a stock, it's going to be the Reddit people and potentially the Reddit traders, right? But nonetheless, we have to give credit where it's due. Reddit's earnings did come in way better than what was expected. So for those that do not know, shares jumped 22% in the extended hours, topping $100 for the first time as a social media company's third quarter results that topped analyst estimates. And also their forecast, guidance. How many times have I said it? For the current period was better than what was expected. Earnings per share, this was the big blowout. They thought that it was going to be a loss of 7 cents for earnings per share. It came in at 16 cents. They thought they were going to come in at $312 million in revenue. They came in at 348. They're making it easier for users to be able to sign up and create accounts. It looks like they're finally kind of getting the ball rolling when it comes down to this. As of right now, it does look bullish. It does look very strong. But again, is it growing and becoming too overpriced within a short period of time? I'll let you decide. I'm not here to ever tell you what you should do with your money and what you should invest in, right? But I'm excited to follow up with this one. I want to see if it keeps up with the hype. It's now trading at a $13.5 billion market cap, and we will see if the hype continues. But there is no question that Reddit, Google, and AMD are three stocks that I'm going to be watching tomorrow during our live trading session. And again, I said it earlier, and if you want to tune on in, I want to invite you to our live sessions. I trade live every single morning, and I have a little coupon code down in the description for you where you can sign up right now and get 50% off. So whenever it is that you feel like you're ready, second link in the description down below. Don't forget the coupon code. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. I appreciate your time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.